Alright, so I recently posted this video right here on my Instagram, and it's pretty much just me asking you guys to sample one of my live guitar samples. So in this video, I'm actually going to use the same exact guitar sample and pretty much just show you guys how to create those wavy guitar beats in FL Studio. So let us not waste any more time, let's just jump straight in. Alright, so we are now here in FL Studio 21, as you guys can see, and the live guitar sample that I played in the video is actually one of the guitar samples from my Mirage multi-kit. So if we just open up the sample pack over here and scroll down to this classic one down here, you guys can hear that it is actually the same exact sample. So let's just drag this into the playlist. And let's also lower the BPM down to 130 so it fits the same tempo. I can't lie, this is a pretty fire guitar sample. Now the cool thing about this one is that it's actually just the guitar playing, so I feel like we can actually add some more layers to this as well. Alright, so the first thing I want to add is just going to be a bass to fill out a little bit of that low end. So I just opened up this Scarby bass in Contact right here, and I'm kind of just going to use the root notes of our guitar and just put in a simple bass pattern. Yeah, so we can have something like this. Just shorten some of these top notes a bit. Let's also just add a bit of EQ on the bass. We really just want to give it more groove. I'm also going to make sure to turn off the low end from the main guitar, just so we don't have any frequencies clashing. Right now, the next thing I'm going to do is just open up this preset right here in Arcade. And I just found this cool little phrase right here. So if you just add this together with the guitar and the bass, it's going to sound like this. It has a wavy vibe to it. We just need to add some effects though. So we're just gonna add some reverb first. Then we're also adding this kickstart too. This is really going to give it that movement. And lastly, just a little bit of EQ. Okay, now it's fire. Let's also go into the Mirage kit and actually drag in a texture so we can get some more ambience in the background. So I did drag in this texture right here, and one thing I really like doing when it comes to textures is first of all just open it up. Then you obviously want to turn down the volume and you want to put it on a mixer channel. So we're going to put it on a 4th insert, and then for the effects you just want to open up a 3D parametric EQ2, go to the arrows and right click, and then you want to pick this radio preset. It's really going to filter out the texture, but it's going to make it stand out in the mix as well. So you can kind of hear the texture in the background now as well. Now let us start adding in some drums so we can get the bounce going. The drum sounds I'm using are obviously all from the Mirage multi-kit as well. So if you guys like any of the sounds you hear in this video, you can obviously check out the kit. It is on my website, it is BBMarko.com, or you guys can just click the first link down below. But like I said, we need to get some bounce, so let's start off with some claps. Now this angel clap is pretty much my favorite. I'm just going to drag this in, we're going to put in a standard pattern. That is fire. Copy that over. Now for the hi-hat bounce, I think we're actually going to mix around with a lot of different hi-hats. So we can do something like this. Now you also really want to mess around with the velocity on these ones. As you guys can see, I'm really lowering some of the velocities down here. And we're just going to add some more and different sounding hi-hats as well. So let's try to drag in this one as well. And we can probably also have this. So I just made this subtle hi-hat pattern in the back as well. Then we're gonna add one more as well. So this is our 3rd hi-hat pattern. Again, a different sound. Messing around with some of the placements of the notes as well, just to get that groove and different bounce. Let's get in those rims. Just copy that over as well. I want to go in and add some more open hats. I feel like this one can be super bouncy if we add a lot of them. Let's put one right here. Woo. That reverse open hat is crazy. Take a listen to this right here. Woo. That's fire. Now I added 2 more open hats right here. I think we're just gonna layer these with the kick and the 808 later on. I'm also messing around with the panning just to spread out the sound a bit. Alright, now we're starting to get a super cool bounce with this, but we obviously need to add a kick in the 808 to really fill out the whole thing. So I'll actually start off with the kick just to get the bounce going, and then we can layer it with the 808 later. Right, so we're leaving a lot of space here. And we're just layering those open hats as well. I'll probably make it a bit more busy right here. Maybe do a little bit of a roll. Now I think it's time we add that 808. So obviously first of all just remove the bass, and then we're going to drag in a hard hitting one. Now we're going to keep this simple, so just copy the kick pattern over to the 808, and then we just want to make sure to put it on the root note. This is going to be fire. Right now for the arrangement, let us firstly just cut up the loop so we have every single part of it. And then we're pretty much just going to start off the beat without any drums, but we are going to have a lot of the melody playing. Let us actually also delay the bass a little bit so we can have it for the second part of the intro. And then we're going to have our hook right here. So let us just keep this simple pattern of our guitar. We're going to remove the counter melody, and then we're just actually going to bring it back in for the second part of the hook. So this is going to be our hook. Now after this, we're actually going to have our verse. So in the verse, again, we want to slow things down a little bit. So let's just drag in the first part of our guitar pattern. And over here, I'm going to highlight all the drums, and I'm going to drag them out all the way until the second clap hits right there. Then we also want to delay the 808 a little bit and remove the kick. I also don't want any of the perks coming in before the second part of that verse. And then we can just simply build things up a little bit again on the second part of the verse right here. This is kind of supposed to be the most busiest part, so let's just keep this the same as the hook. But we are going to remove the open hat on the first hit. Then after this, we can kind of have a bridge section right here. So let's just copy the same exact format from the melody. But this time we're going to bring back the bass again. So let us have this play for the whole 8 bars and bring back the open hat as well. Now just copy paste the same exact hook over, and that's pretty much our arrangement for the beat. Just to finish off a couple of things, I'm going to show you guys some cool tricks you can do. So firstly, I'm going to make this bridge section have that underwater type of sound. So to do this, we firstly want to make sure that all of our elements from the melody is actually inserted into one mixer track. So let's just drag all of these and insert them into the 7th one right here. Then we are going to open up a Fruity Love filter, go over to the presets and pick this simple triangle low pass preset. Mess a little bit around with the cut, the volume, as well as this right here. Then we're just going to make a simple automation clip out of that love filter we just made, and we obviously want to make sure to turn it on where the bridge comes and then fade it out when the hook starts again. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be perfect right there. Now the next thing we want to do is just add some risers and some effects. So I'm going to go into the risers right here, and I really like this lighter riser I have right here. It just sounds so fire. Now just to make sure we line this riser up correctly, I'm just going to start it off right here before the hook would start, and I'm going to open it up and make sure to put it to stretch. Go over to this arrow and just stretch it down until it hits right when the hook is supposed to start. Yeah, that's gonna sound crazy. I am also going to go over to the effects map over here, and I really like to add this level up effects right here. Sounds so cool. So I'm gonna have that hit on the second part of the hook. Now we can also add some more risers, so I'm just gonna pick this main one and have it a little bit later in the verse. So over here where we remove the open hat, we can have a riser hit instead. Alright, the last thing we're gonna do to the beat is just add in our tag. Alright, now that we have the arrangement done, let's quickly take a listen to the whole beat. So this is the intro we just made.
Shut up, Marko. Marko.
Bass comes in a bit later. That riser is crazy. So this is the first part of the hook. Just the guitar. Lots of space for vocals right here. Second part of the hook. guitar builds up, we add the counter melody. Drums are super punchy as well. Here we slow it a bit down. Breaks come in. Add some more depth. And here we have the basic part yet again. That riser is smooth as well. Comes to the bridge. So here we have that underwater sound from the low filter. Just drowns out everything. Drops right back in.